Welcome to my shit show story time. Katie and I went to the beach this weekend. It was meant to be because there was no hotels from Crescent City all the way to Florence, and we got a room like last second in the place that we wanted to, so that's fun. You know, you always have plans, but God, He's got different ones. And sometimes they're challenging. Especially if you have a 1.5-year-old and a 4-year-old screaming their heads off most of the time. So taking children to the beach, I learned a few things. Make sure you bring lots of clothes. Make sure you bring lots of wipes because, well, sand gets in places that you don't really want sand. So we had a pretty smooth drive over to Brookings where we were staying. And we went on the beach later that night to go watch a meteor shower. And, well, it was supposed to be like a super, super big meteor shower. I didn't see one. NASA, you lie. Now, at this point, it's about 11 o'clock, and both of our children are overly tired and cranky, and they don't really want to follow anything, really. Are we in charge of our kids, or are our kids in charge of us? I think I'm still trying to figure that out. Because really, I think my kid's soul is a lot older than mine. So, does that mean she's my teacher or am I hers? She sure gets her way a lot, so... Anyway, that's beside the point. And just to mention here, even though I'm calling this a shit show, we had so much fun, and we laughed the whole time, and I feel so blessed that we got to go on this trip. So we didn't end up falling asleep until about 2 o'clock because the kids wouldn't go to sleep. And we were supposed to wake up pretty early. So we wake up about 10:30. Everybody's already gone to the hotel past the checkout time. Mind I tell you, we all 4 of us slept in a queen bed. It wasn't so bad, really. But maybe that's because my child always pushes me off the bed even though I'm in a California king bed. Like I'm always just like falling off the side. I'm like, can you just move over? She's like, but I love you! So we're on our way up to the Wild Safari Park, and Macy somehow, she always remembers things super easy. She remembers that the dinosaur prehistoric gardens is over there, and she wants to go. And so I'm like, okay, we're just kind of flowing with the universe, no big deal. We'll go, we'll stop, and Cooper would love dinosaurs. So we're at the prehistoric gardens. We get the kids out of the car. I close the door, and I locked my keys in. So the very nice guy that is over at the prehistoric gardens, he put some wedges in my door and was trying to open up the, just press the unlock key. Yeah. Apparently, my car has this anti-theft thing. When you try to pry the door open, it won't unlock. So, I had to call AAA. And 2 hours later, he pops open my door in like 2 seconds. So meanwhile, while we were waiting for him, our kids were running around, screaming their heads off. We were chasing them around. We're so exhausted by the end of the 2 hours and starving. Our kids had been waiting for a little while that they were starving. So let me tell you, we ate in the back of my car like we'd never eaten food in our lives. We were just like, I'm so hungry! So we had to miss the Wild Safari Park, but that's okay because, you know, God's plan's always different than ours, apparently. So we went up to Bandon because I had to take Katie because, one, it's a super cute town. Who doesn't want to go to Bandon? And they have Tony's Oyster Bar there. Oh, my God. They have the best food. So it's getting late at this point, and we probably need to head home because we have about a 6-hour drive. And so we're going down, and we find this really amazing, beautiful beach in Orford, or Oxford? Orford. I think it's Orford. So I'm driving along, and I noticed there's some tracks on the beach, and then there's this vehicled access road to get down to the beach. I'm not in a Jeep. I'm in my car. So my idea about going down to the beach and driving on the beach so that we could videotape this one thing we wanted to videotape. Yeah, I was looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, it's hard packed. We're good. No, the sand, no, we're totally fine. I got this. I didn't have this. We're rolling, we're rolling, we're rolling. Fucking stuck! We're stuck! Katie's like, oh my god, we're stuck! I'm like, oh. So I put it in reverse, won't go anywhere. I put it in drive, won't go anywhere. I get in my car and I look and I'm like, ah, shit. What am I gonna do now? I'm literally stuck in the sand. I have a Chevy Captiva that I'm driving. That's not a sand vehicle. What are you thinking, Melissa? Just because you can drive a Jeep doesn't mean that you can drive all vehicles. Not other vehicles do the same thing. So I learned. You'd think I'd know that. So we had a very nice guy come and help us, and he got us stuck more. I ended up being high-centered on the sand. The entire front bottom of my car is literally hard-packed. Like you can't even put a stick under there. And then he proceeds to just disappear after he helped us get more stuck. So Katie and I are underneath the car, like on our stomachs, digging like dogs. Literally, I was digging like a dog. I was getting it in Katie's face. She was like, oh my god, you're getting in my face! Damn it! Now, at no point were we really that frustrated, as much as just hilarious. My stomach hurt so much from laughing. And, you know, it's all about perception anyway. So, now I'm like severely stuck. And a couple other guys come and they help us and they're trying to get it out. They're trying to get it out. They're trying to get it out. And it doesn't work. And I keep trying to explain. I'm like, it's high-centered. It's high-centered. We have to get the sand from underneath the car. It's not going to move unless we move the sand. So I had one guy that totally agreed with me that started helping me get underneath the car. And so we got all the sand from underneath. We were finally able to get out of the sand and back up and get out. And I get stuck again. At this point, I'm super happy that the people hadn't left me yet. There was a super nice couple that was like, we don't want to leave you, you guys have kids. I was so thankful for that. But, so they had to get like 5 people behind my car and push it because it was just not moving the second time. So I get all unstuck and everybody leaves. And I go up the hill because, you know, it's hard. It was just like hard-packed dirt. And when I went down, it was like a little bit of water on it. And it seemed like it was totally fine. Yeah, it wasn't. My ego wants to say that there was more water on it than when we went down from when we went up. Because I got stuck going up. My wheels just kept spinning because I was on the dirt. There was too much water all over the dirt. So luckily, one of the guys that I just climbed up the rock came back down, and I had Katie and him push, and then we were finally able to get out 4 hours later. And what was super funny is that there was these people on the balcony above us at a restaurant, and they were sitting at the balcony the whole time laughing at us. I mean, if I was them, I would be laughing too. Who brings the Captiva? Who brings a Chevy Captiva on the sand? This one. I guess I'm not the smartest one in the bunch. Bummer. So at this point, we're starving again, and it's late, and things are already starting to close, and we find one store, grocery outlet, that happens to be open, and we're like so hungry again, and our kids have finally fallen asleep. Always happens that way, right? So our kids need to eat, so we wake them up, and they're screaming their heads off because they were sleeping, and they have sand all over them because we just wanted to get out of there, and we hadn't, like, you know, gotten all the sand from all the different folds. Yeah, so we had to try to get all the sand off before we went to the store because they needed to just be cleaned up a little bit. So they're fighting us and trying to get out of our arms to get back in the car, and we put them in the cart finally, and they're still screaming, and we're like, oh, okay, we're just going to bring our screaming kids into the store, because that's just what we have to do. So that'll be fun. Yeah, the store was closed as soon as we get to the door. My dumbass should have noticed that there was no other cars in the parking lot except a couple, and I should have gone, maybe the store is closed. Nope, didn't do that one. So now the kids don't want to get back in the car because they've been out, and so they're screaming to get back in the car, and they're starving, and we're starving, and we're trying to find a place, and we didn't end up eating until Cave Junction at Dollar General. That was the only thing that was open, so we just got some snacks, and well, that was an interesting place. Some interesting people. So let me tell you, we just wanted to get home. And the universe really, really wanted to delay us because we had multiple people on the highways going 40 and a 65, and it was impassable because the roads were too windy. I'm so tired at this point. There's like 5 more hours of driving. So we finally make it to about Shasta Lake, and we see, finally, a beautiful, amazing meteor. And it was, seriously, it was so big, and it was so bright, and it was just really amazing. So I get to Keys about 1:30 in the morning, and I use my phone as a light in the back of my car. Yeah. I left it up there when I went to go close the back. It's probably a little fuzzy right now because my phone's bent and shattered. No big deal. Ending to my day. Thought it was the ending to my day until I looked at my gas tank and I was like, oh my god. The music was so loud, I didn't even hear my gas light going on, and it was below range low. Like, it wasn't even registering how many miles I had left on my car. That would have been really, really funny if I ran out of gas on the highway and had to call AAA again. Oh yeah, let me tell you, I called AAA to help me get unstuck in the sand, but they weren't covering in the area. In the local coverage, $700 to get me unstuck. 5-minute job. So that's cool. So I get home about 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm not unloading my car. You should see my car. It's covered in sand and food and children. I'm covered in sand and food and children. I have sand in places I don't want sand. How many of you have had so much sand in your ass crack? I don't have a lot of sand in my ass crack. So Macy doesn't let me go to sleep till 4 o'clock in the morning because she slept the whole trip. So needless to say, our trip was an amazing shit show. I absolutely loved it. It was so much fun. And I learned either one, I'm really that much of a dumbass, or the universe was just stalling us and I was the conduit for it. God's like, we're gonna give your ego a hit. You're gonna lock your keys in your car, get stuck in the sand, shatter your phone, not realize that your gas tank's almost empty. And whoever else knows what I did this weekend. I promise I'm not normally so, I don't even know what the right word is for it. Blonde. For all you blondies. Yeah, you can be offended if you're blonde. I don't care. So that was our trip. Just thought I'd share some fun stories and yeah. So thanks for watching my shit show story. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!